welcome to How To and Few. Today we're going to take a look at how to change a serpentine belt. Serpentine belt is a belt like this. Traditionally, a long time ago, there were multiple belts on motors. Now, most oftentimes, there's one or two of these flat, thicker belts. And usually it's held in place by a spring-loaded little lever called a tensioning pulley. And that's usually what you'll have to work around to get the belt changed. So we'll take a look at the tool and how to do that in a second. Oftentimes you're going to need a specialized tool in order to manipulate and move that tensioner for the belt, and it's called a serpentine belt tool. And here we have an example of one. This kit was bought from a tool store, and it consists of this bar that we can use to insert into the pulley and then using the leverage to pull it and change it. There's also an adapter for different sizes, and then some miscellaneous sockets and wrench tips depending on your type of tensioner. You may need these, but I'm pretty sure all we're going to need is this first part right here. Now, the vehicle we're working on today is a Dodge with a V8 Hemi. Different cars are going to look a little different. Front-wheel drive is going to have to be approached from a different angle, but the process is all pretty much the same. First thing I'm going to do is take a couple of snapshot pictures with my phone to record the path that the belt goes around the pulleys. So there's quite a few pulleys, and usually there's a sticker somewhere that can give you an indication of how that belt goes back on, but I just want to make sure that I have an actual record. So with that record, we shouldn't have any problems figuring out how the belt goes back on. One of the ways that you can tell if you get confused is that these belts have a groove side and a smooth side. So any pulley that you see that is smooth is likely going to be riding on this outside part of the belt, and any pulley that has grooves will have to take this inner portion that has the corresponding grooves. All right, let's see if we can get a little closer view of this belt and pulley system. So this is the alternator, and then the AC compressor on top, but we see it goes around the fan and several other pulleys. And right over here, this arm here is our tensioner, and there's a square opening here where our tool will fit in. So let's go ahead and place our tool in there now. So I have the tool in there and it's awfully loose. Not liking it, but okay, it is working. So once it's in that square, we can apply some leverage, and that will loosen up the belt. Now, intuitively, you probably want to remove the belt at the tensioner that we're manipulating, but in the past, I have found that not to be the easiest spot. But rather to look at one of the others, preferably a smooth pulley, and try to get it off that pulley instead, which of course is not going to work for me at this point. Alright, so I'm able to get it off at the alternator, and I'm kind of holding tension on it because I don't want it to just go crazy. Okay, so the first part of this task is done. The old belt has been removed. Now, I haven't changed this belt in, it's got to be a long time. At least 5 years, probably closer to 10. And typically what will happen is it will start to either fray or become cracked on the grooves. And I got to be honest with you, I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of crack and pitting when I bend it, but it's really not too bad. So I will hang on to this belt and put it back in the vehicle as kind of an emergency roadside, belt, a just in case scenario. And we are going to replace it with this new one. I mean, compared to the new one, definitely the old one looked a lot more worn. This one is feeling much more flexible and a little softer. So, alright, so let's try something different. A whole different vantage point. I realize it's not the best view, but probably going to be the best view that we can get. Alright, so we came around the tool, so we'll start with that. Probably take the tool out. And then the smooth pulley we're going to have to get around. I'd be very happy if I don't have to get under the vehicle. So I feel I am around the drive pulley. Let's see if we can snake it around. What appears to be power steering. Okay. Around the air conditioner. Still recording. Right. Okay, something is not right. Okay, having verified that we have the correct belt, the obvious answer now is that I have put it on wrong. So now I will refer to those photos that we took earlier. Okay, well, I think it's my own imagination. We probably were right all along. Alright, so it's important that all the grooves are in the pulleys correctly, so before we do anything drastically like starting the motor, I'm going to double check all that. Okay, the main drive is on the pulley right, the power steering is on there right, the AC is on there right, the tensioner, okay, that all looks good. Alright, it is do or die time, so should be good to go. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. It would be nice if every little car repair would go that easy, but for a change, it's nice to have a video where what you thought was going to happen happened. And so there we are. Easy belt swap, Serpentine belt. Going to save this one for emergencies. Just going to throw it in the back of the truck under the seat. And while I probably won't carry around the tool to change it, you know, on the off chance that somebody comes by that may have a breaker bar or even a crowbar, you might be able to manage to get the new belt on, because presumably if you needed to do that, the old belt would have actually popped and be gone. So if it's not in place, then there's no need to remove it. You would simply have to pry that tensioner pulley and get the new belt on to be on your way for more permanent repair. So hopefully that helped you out. This is a Dodge Ram with a Hemi, but similar vehicles with Serpentine belts, they're all get changed pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of either adjusting a pulley or moving a pulley so that the old one can be taken off and new one can be put on. Appreciate a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. It's the reason why YouTubers like me keep making videos for you. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.